The vast emptiness of space stretched before the horizon's edge, a sleek human battleship that moved with an almost predatory grace. Captain Hero Park stood on the bridge, her dark eyes scanning the intricate holographic displays that flickered with countless alien signals and communication frequencies. The ship had been traveling for months, a silent messenger from Earth carrying humanity's most advanced technological achievements. Around them, the dense trading corridors of the Galactic Confederation buzzed with activity. Hundreds of alien vessels from dozens of different civilizations, moving in complex patterns like an intricate dance of metallic and organic ships. Sung Kim, the first officer, broke the silence. "Captain, we're approaching the primary trade hub. Alien vessels are beginning to notice us." Indeed, the surrounding ships were already changing their trajectories. Some moved cautiously away, while others began to cluster, their sensor arrays clearly focused on the unexpected human vessel. The horizon's edge was different from anything they had seen before. It tall, a deep graphite gray, with smooth lines that suggested both incredible speed and unimaginable power. "Status of our quantum shields?" Park asked, her voice calm and steady. "Full operational capacity," Kim responded. "Defensive and offensive systems are primed but not activated. We're maintaining a passive approach as planned." The alien vessels were now creating a loose perimeter around the human ship. Their communication attempts came in waves. First curious, then increasingly urgent. Strange mathematical patterns and complex linguistic algorithms flashed across the communication screens, each trying to understand the unexpected visitor. Park knew they represented something more than just another spaceship. The horizon's edge was a statement, a clear message that humanity had arrived on the galactic stage, and they were not to be underestimated. Small robotic drones began emerging from nearby alien ships, conducting preliminary scans. Their sensor beams traced the battleship's exterior, attempting to gather information. But the ship's advanced quantum shielding made those scans almost meaningless, revealing only what the humans wanted them to see. "Incoming transmission," Kim announced. "Multiple frequencies, multiple species." The main holographic display transformed, showing fragmented images of alien diplomats and military commanders. Some looked concerned, others appeared confused, and a few seemed genuinely alarmed by the human vessel's unexpected arrival. A reptilian-like creature with iridescent scales spoke first. "Unidentified human vessel. State your purpose and intention immediately." Captain Park allowed herself a small smile. They had prepared for this moment extensively. Every word, every gesture had been carefully calculated to send a precise message about humanity's capabilities and intentions. "This is Captain Hero Park of the Earth vessel Horizon's Edge," she responded, her voice clear and direct. "We are here to establish first formal communication and discuss potential collaborative opportunities with the Galactic Confederation." The simplicity of her statement seemed to create more confusion among the alien representatives. No threats, no aggression, just a straightforward declaration of peaceful intent. Around the ship, sensor readings continued to dance. The Horizon's Edge's technology was so advanced that it seemed to be simultaneously transparent and completely opaque to alien scanning systems. It was a technological paradox that defied their understanding. Sung Kim leaned closer to the captain. "They're trying to categorize us," he whispered. "But we don't fit into any of their existing classifications." And that was precisely the point. Humanity had spent decades studying alien technologies, reverse engineering captured communication protocols, and developing systems that could interact with, and ultimately surpass, existing galactic technologies. The ship itself was a marvel of engineering. Its quantum drive could theoretically cross entire star systems in days. Its weapon systems could neutralize entire fleets without causing physical damage, and its communication arrays could decrypt and understand languages in real time. More transmissions began flooding in. Some demanded immediate identification, others requested technical specifications, and a few seemed almost afraid of what the human vessel represented. Captain Park watched it all with a sense of calm determination. They were not here to conquer, but to demonstrate. Not to threaten, but to establish. Humanity had been preparing for this moment for decades, waiting for the right opportunity to show the galaxy that they were no longer a small, insignificant species to be overlooked. The dance of technology and diplomacy had begun, and the horizon's edge was its first, magnificent performer. The alien diplomatic chamber erupted in a cacophony of sounds and heated debates as news of the human vessel spread. Coral Vex, the lead diplomatic representative of the Galactic Confederation, stood at the center of the chaos, his metallic skin shifting colors with increasing agitation. "This cannot be possible," he muttered, studying the incoming data streams about the horizon's edge. The ship's technological readings defied everything they knew about human capabilities. Its sensor profiles were completely unlike anything in their extensive databases. Around him, representatives from various alien species argued. The silicon-based crystalline collective argued for immediate defensive protocols. The gaseous Aryan delegates suggested a more cautious approach of observation. Holographic displays flickered with sensor data, each revealing fragments of information that raised more questions than answers. A quantum communication specialist named Rill approached Coral Vex, her tentacle-like appendages rapidly manipulating holographic interfaces. "These technological signatures, they're impossible," she said, her voice a mixture of scientific curiosity and genuine fear. The human ship maintained a perfect, almost mathematical position in the trade corridor. It didn't move aggressively. It didn't send threatening signals. It simply existed. A silent, powerful presence that disrupted everything they understood about interstellar dynamics. Captain Hero Park's initial transmission continued to puzzle the diplomatic teams. Her words were direct, her tone calm. No posturing, no threats, just a simple declaration of potential collaboration. This was not the behavior of a species they had previously characterized as primitive and technologically limited. Coral Vex realized something fundamental had changed. The human vessel represented more than just a technological anomaly. It was a complete paradigm shift in their understanding of galactic power structures. Military advisors began streaming into the diplomatic chamber. Holographic battle simulations ran in the background, attempting to analyze potential scenarios. But each simulation failed, unable to predict the human ship's potential actions. "We need more information," one military advisor demanded. "Run another deep scan." More robotic drones were deployed, each designed to gather microscopic details about the horizon's edge. But their sensors returned incomplete data. The human ship seemed to be selectively revealing information, maintaining an air of controlled mystery. Rill, the communication specialist, discovered something extraordinary. The ship's communication systems were not just receiving and transmitting. They were actively learning and adapting. Each alien communication attempt was being instantly analyzed, decoded. The horizon's edge began broadcasting technical specifications that sent shockwaves through the Galactic Confederation's scientific community. What started as a simple data transmission quickly transformed into a comprehensive demonstration of humanity's technological capabilities. Quantum shielding schematics appeared first, intricate diagrams that showed layers of protection beyond anything the alien civilizations had ever conceived. The shields weren't just defensive barriers. They were adaptive systems that could redistribute energy, neutralize incoming threats, and regenerate instantaneously. Dr. Rill, the communication specialist, watched in disbelief as the data streams revealed technologies that seemed to break fundamental laws of physics. The human ship was showing its capabilities without firing a single weapon, without making a single aggressive move. Captain Hero Park stood on the bridge of the horizon's edge, carefully controlling the information flow. Each data packet was a calculated revelation, designed to communicate humanity's technological prowess without appearing overtly threatening. The faster-than-light communication protocols were particularly stunning. Unlike the complex, energy-intensive systems used by the Galactic Confederation, the human technology was elegant in its simplicity. It could transmit vast amounts of information across incredible distances with minimal energy expenditure. Weapon system specifications began to stream next. They weren't traditional weapons of destruction, but precision instruments of technological dominance. Quantum disruption fields that could neutralize entire enemy systems without causing physical damage. Energy redirection technologies that could turn an opponent's own power against them. In the diplomatic chambers, silence fell. Representatives from dozens of alien civilizations watched as their understanding of technological superiority crumbled. The humans had not just caught up, they had leaped far beyond existing technological boundaries. Sun Kim, the first officer, monitored the alien responses. "They're processing the information," he reported to Captain Park. "But I don't think they'd fully understand what they're seeing." The ship's artificial intelligence was simultaneously translating and contextualizing the technical data. It wasn't just showing raw information. It was providing comprehensive explanations that made the technologies comprehensible to different alien scientific frameworks. Energy generation systems revealed another shock. The horizon's edge could generate power from quantum vacuum fluctuations, a theoretical concept that most alien civilizations had considered impossible. Each system seemed to challenge fundamental scientific understanding. Communication arrays demonstrated language processing capabilities that went beyond simple translation. The systems could understand contextual nuances, cultural implications, and even predict communication patterns across different species. Dr. Rill noticed something even more extraordinary. The technological demonstration wasn't just a display of power. It was an invitation, a carefully constructed message that humanity was ready to engage, to collaborate, to be a meaningful partner in galactic civilization. Captain Park's transmission accompanied the technical data. "We are here to establish equal partnership," she said, her voice calm and clear. "Our technologies are advanced, but our intentions are peaceful." The diplomatic chamber remained frozen. Military advisors recalculated battle simulations. Scientific teams began analyzing the incoming data with a mixture of terror and excitement. The human ship had changed everything, and the military strategists of the Galactic Confederation gathered in their most secure conference chamber, holographic displays flickering with the technical data from the human vessel. Trill Nexus, the senior military commander, stood at the center, his normally confident demeanor replaced by a sense of profound uncertainty. "These humans have completely rewritten our understanding of military strategy," he muttered, watching simulations that consistently failed to predict the horizon's edge's potential actions. Every previous military doctrine suddenly looked obsolete. The human ship demonstrated capabilities that made traditional weapon systems look like primitive tools. Quantum shielding that could absorb and redirect entire weapon arsenals. Communication systems that could predict and neutralize strategic movements before they even happened. Captain Hero Park's diplomatic communication continued to be both direct and nuanced. She wasn't threatening. She wasn't posturing. She was simply presenting humanity's capabilities with a calm precision that was more intimidating than any aggressive display. The alien military advisors realized something fundamental had changed. Humanity was no longer a species to be dismissed or controlled. They were a new player in the galactic arena, with technologies that could shift power balances instantly. Sun Kim, monitoring the ship's systems, noticed how the alien military communications were becoming increasingly confused. Their encrypted channels were being passively decoded, their strategic discussions exposed without any active interference. "They don't even realize how much information we're gathering," Kim reported to Captain Park, a slight smile crossing his face. The horizon's edge wasn't just a ship. It was a statement, a clear, powerful declaration that humanity had arrived on the galactic stage, and they were not asking for permission. Strategic maps began shifting. Entire trade route calculations were being automatically recalibrated by the alien systems, adjusting to the new potential represented by human technological capabilities. Regions that were once considered stable now looked vulnerable. Trill Nexus understood the deeper implication. This wasn't just about technological superiority. This was about a fundamental shift in galactic power dynamics. Humanity had transformed from a species of potential interest to a civilization that demanded respect. The ship's artificial intelligence continued its calculated data release. Each transmission was carefully designed to reveal capabilities without exposing vulnerabilities. It was a dance of information, a strategic reveal that kept the alien civilizations both fascinated and uncertain. Military simulations continued to fail. Traditional defensive strategies looked increasingly meaningless against the human technologies. Weapon systems that could neutralize entire fleets without physical destruction. Communication technologies that could predict and manipulate strategic movements. "We cannot respond with traditional methods," one military advisor said, her voice a mixture of fear and reluctant admiration. Captain Park's earlier transmission echoed through the chamber. "We are here to prevent conflicts, to establish equal representation, to create collaborative opportunities." The words were simple, but their implications were profound. Humanity was offering partnership, but from a position of unquestionable technological strength. The Galactic Confederation's military leadership realized they were witnessing a moment that would be remembered in galactic history. The arrival of a new civilization that didn't seek to conquer through violence, but through technological superiority and strategic intelligence. Trill Nexus looked at the holographic display of the horizon's edge. It wasn't just a ship. It was the future. The silence that followed the horizon's edge's arrival was unlike anything the Galactic Confederation had ever experienced. Entire star systems seemed to hold their collective breath, watching and waiting. Captain Hero Park understood this moment represented more than a simple first contact. This was a transformation of galactic understanding. Humanity was no longer a species to be overlooked or dismissed. They were now a civilization that demanded respect. Alien communication channels buzzed with speculation. Some civilizations expressed fear, others showed curiosity, and a few revealed a grudging respect for humanity's technological leap. The quantum communication networks carried millions of conversations, each trying to understand the implications of the human vessel's arrival. Sun Kim monitored the incoming transmissions, his fingers dancing across holographic interfaces. "They're analyzing every piece of data we've shared," he reported to Captain Park. "But they're struggling to comprehend our technological approach." The horizon's edge remained perfectly positioned, a silent sentinel that radiated technological potential. Its very presence was a message, calm, confident, and utterly uninterested in proving anything through aggression. Coral Vex, the lead diplomatic representative, found himself in an unprecedented situation. The human vessel had completely dismantled decades of established galactic political structures without firing a single weapon. Their technological demonstration was more powerful than any military conquest. Scientific teams across multiple star systems began analyzing the technical specifications shared by the humans. Each revelation challenged existing understanding. Quantum shielding technologies that seemed to defy known physical laws. Communication systems that could process complex information faster than entire computer networks. The transformation wasn't just technological. It was philosophical. Humanity had shown they could enter the galactic stage not through military might, but through intelligent, calculated technological advancement. Military strategists recalculated everything. Trade routes, defensive positions, potential conflict zones, all needed complete revaluation. The humans had changed the entire strategic landscape with a single ship's arrival. Captain Park watched the unfolding reactions with a calm demeanor. She understood this moment was about more than technological superiority. It was about establishing a new paradigm of interstellar relationships. Alien civilizations that once considered humans a minor developing species now recognized them as a potential leading civilization. The power dynamics of the galaxy were shifting in real time, and everyone knew nothing would remain the same. The horizon's edge continued its silent demonstration. No aggressive moves, no threats, just pure, calculated technological presence that spoke volumes without uttering a single additional word. Trill Nexus, the Confederation's military commander, summarized the situation in a private communication. "Humanity has not conquered us. They have simply demonstrated that we are no longer the most advanced civilization in the galaxy. Communication networks continued to buzz. Diplomatic channels opened and closed. Scientific teams worked frantically to understand the technological revelations. Military strategists redesigned entire defensive frameworks. And through it all, the horizon's edge remained, a perfect symbol of humanity's unexpected arrival on the galactic stage. The silence was profound. The message was clear. Humanity had arrived. Would you like me to modify or expand on any part of this final section?